The team at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media wants to take the time to thank our sponsors, Bryant Family Medicine and Heather Martinez Realtor. We also want to thank our support staff, Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messer, Larry Spicer, Addison Sloan, John North, Shane Shackelford, and last but not least, Keisha Ambergy. With the support of our fine sponsors, our dedicated staff, and you, the members, we are all working on one goal, the promotion of student athletes. With this team, we can't miss.
Hi, I'm Heather Martinez, active community member and your realtor. Give me a call or text 606-344-0217, or you can reach me by email, heather.martinezrealtor@gmail.com.
Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media presents Around the Region, the Fall Sports Show. I'm your host, Mark Gregory, alongside Ryan Garnett and an invisible man, Edward Hall, and hopefully he's doing the sharing and caring, but we'll figure that out here in a minute, I guess. But Ryan, how you doing?
Kind of wore out from this week. One more night to go. Since I'm physically exhausted today.
Yeah, I think we're all running on fumes. Walt Jackson Brown a few years ago, well, maybe back before a few people's times, running on empty. Yeah, definitely running on empty, and yeah, but that's what we're in business for, and it wears us out, but we love every minute of it. And Ryan, how do you like how I did that? I did the introduction, then started with the commercials, just changing it up there a little bit.
I can like the change up better.
But of course, we're hoping Edward's doing the sharing and caring stuff, and I get a lot of good views right now. So thank you to all of our viewers. And while we got a minute to get everything get started here, let's thank our.
If you're running on empty, grab you a fresh tasting Red Bull. It does give you wings.
I have no idea.
What that was about?
I have no idea. Edward has definitely run on too much empty, I believe. But
probably too many Red Bulls today.
Yeah, probably way too many Red Bulls. But that being said, we started speaking of our sponsor, and then just magically one pops up here. So let's go ahead and bring her on, Heather Martinez.
Hey guys.
How you doing, Heather?
Well, Edward is fired up for life with his Red Bull, and I'm pretty fired up, but mine's natural.
Yeah. Edward's probably drunk about 17 Red Bulls today, though.
Well, I didn't work the 13th region tournament, so I got plenty of energy.
Well, I'm drinking about 15 cups of coffee today, so I don't know what Ryan's going
I'm with you still again. Evening coffee right here.
Yeah, that's
put you a fresh dip of Red Bull in your coffee, and it might give you wings.
I've never had one.
You don't know what you're missing.
I'm not willing to drink my calories, guys. So that's why I avoid them.
I don't like energy drinks.
Oh, so you've tried one and don't like them? I feel you. I've never tried one, so.
Well, Ryan, we used to be people until you just said you don't like energy drinks.
Edward's kicking you out of his sphere, right? You're out.
You're out.
You can't help me be my spokesperson for Red Bull.
Yeah, you're out of Edward's circle now, Brian. The inner circle, you're gone.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
You can come to me, Ryan. I'll welcome you aboard.
Well, guys, when is the girls' championship? When is it? I don't know.
It was last night.
Oh, it was last night. Who won?
Yeah, and North Laurel beat us, South Laurel, and then Monday night we've got another North South.
I lied. I knew that. I read that, and I was just I got it mixed up. But tomorrow night's the boys, all right?
Yeah. Tomorrow night's the boys. It was North South in both boys and girls.
I saw that.
Yeah, but it's been a really, really good competitive tournament. I loved every minute of it, and just get to see a lot of good friends and people you haven't seen in a while. Just It's fun all the way around to be able to cover it.
Absolutely. I went to the Corbin North boys games, the only game I made it to. But my friend, I'll give her a shout out, Dee Darden, for all of you North kids. She's their guidance counselor at the high school, and we're best friends. And we always go to one Corbin North game a year, so we're like friends divided. But it makes us polite people to sit.
So, so do you wear your colors?
We
That's
do.
it.
Now,
Okay.
Mark, I don't know if you ever see me. I'm pretty much always in red, white, and gray. There's very little difference in anything that I wear. So, but she is in her blue and green, yes. So we definitely support our kids, each of them, but we just happen to do it together once a year. We only do it once a year. We can only be that polite one time a year.
Well, Heather, whenever I went to school, there was only like one school then. There wasn't two schools. So,
Oh, I know. My cousin Brian Jenkins just turned 50 this year. I keep telling everybody, and he was a Laurel County kid, just Laurel
yeah.
County. And
Yeah, I actually remember voting on the Jaguar name for the school. I'm not going to say on this show what I put for the name. Yeah, we
oh,
got to keep. Yeah, we got to keep it PG. So,
okay.
but but yeah, now the year I went to school, like I tell everybody, it was like this. Changing classes,
Yeah,
and we
too
actually
many.
at my senior year we had the largest school in the state of Kentucky as far as student population and it was a lot of kids in that building.
I believe it. They probably need a new building now. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, they probably outgrown them too by now.
I know, absolutely. Well, hey, I
Yeah,
got a winner. Winner,
that
winner, chicken dinner.
and it was interesting what you showed me on how you did that.
Can you all
Maybe
show the graphic? Is it possible, or is that a no?
if you could send Ryan the graphic, Ron's there like our audio tech guy there or wherever there when he ain't snorting and snotting over there.
Uh-oh, is Edward sick?
He,
Well, it's a mixture of everything.
Bless its heart. Hey, I just sent it to you, Ryan.
uh-oh.
If Edward wants to make us a drum roll, and
It
then
says Mark tells his stories from the Stone Ages. Yeah. Coach, I am pretty old. I am pretty old.
Eric's a baby, though. Coach Swords is a baby. That's right.
Well, coaching's going to age him a little bit, before you know. Well, I'm not. He's got good hair though. My hair's gone.
It is. He's a great person too. Coach Swords and I worked together at Lynn Camp when he was there. We were there
Yeah.
together for a while.
He's a real good man, and I've had the pleasure of taking the team a couple trips, and just all around well-rounded individual, and just love talking to him. Very knowledgeable in the game, and just a good guy. Just somebody, just another one of these guys, you just want to go fishing with or something.
Absolutely, he is a good guy, and he loves
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, he
Loves
does
good
absolutely, and he's got better hair than me, and I'm jealous.
kids.
Ryan, have you got her graphic? Are you gonna
My
post it up there?
computer been a little slow at trying to load stuff today.
Uh-oh, it's being hateful.
There it is. Let's see. Yep, it's uploading it.
All right.
There it is. I got it up.
Bailey Stewart, she was the winner in the little. I always put the names in one of the
Yeah.
auto name generators. So
And
Bailey won.
we needed that drum roll.
Oh, I forgot it.
Yeah, Edward, you're slacking on us. Edward should have went with the drum roll. But
But
congratulations, Bailey.
Bailey, I'll send you a $20 gift certificate to Starbucks to your email. So you can just download it on your phone after I do that. And Bailey, in case you don't know, I'm an old lady, as most of you know, and I just figured out the other day that I can drive and say, "Hey Siri, order Starbucks," and she orders my exact order that I order 3 days a week. I don't do anything, and she says, "Are you ready to place your order?" And I say, "Yes." And Siri places it, and I drive, pick it up, done.
Bailey, just for the record, if you're not a coffee drinker, I will more than take care of that gift card for you.
Mark,
I,
now they have hot chocolate, Mark, and strawberry drinks. That girl's going to be good.
well, I mean, if she wants if she wants to take a picture of her drinking her Starbucks and send it to us, well, we'll post it on the show, and we'll be awful jealous because of
That sounds fantastic. Hey, guys, thank you all for having me. I know you have a whole show to
it.
do. Mark will
Just
keep talking to me, and Edward will be like, get her off the show. We have people in the back waiting to come on.
uh, But Heather, before we let you go, again, we got to tell it again and again and again. Thank you for everything you do for us, and thank you for all your generosity. I'm sure Bailey's going to be thanking you for that gift card now for that Starbucks. So, again, thank you, and you're more than welcome to come on anytime and keep in touch with us. And thank you for all you do.
All right. And remember, guys, if anybody is in the market to buy or sell, give me a call or a text,
She's
344-0217.
she's the hookup.
All right. Have a good show, guys.
You too.
You too.
Love speaking to Heather and Coach. He does. Ryan, I'm telling you, he does got some great hair. And now he's got a few players on the team that's got some good hair. Not everybody's blessed with good hair. Uh, Ryan, how do you keep your hair so good there? Why ain't it falling out yet?
I don't know. I guess I'm not old enough for it to do it yet. I don't know.
Well, are we ready for our first guest?
Absolutely.
Waylon Hensley, South Florida, and just a little bit of a recap. Had a real good season last year. By looking at it, looks like he did on both sides of the plate. But I'm just really, really glad to have him on. So let's bring him on. Waylon, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Just first off, I know it's a busy time of year, and baseball season, of course, it's fixing to launch here, and just well, how's the feelings going into another new season for you?
It's great. The coaches are doing a great job preparing us this season. I think it's going to be a great and fun season with my teammates.
Talk about Coach. Tell us a little bit about Coach Smith and what he's meant to you.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's been coaching me ever since first time I've touched a baseball to pitch. He's been my pitching coach for all those years, and he's really just taught me everything I know about pitching, and he's really helped me and my teammates through all the struggles. So,
was looking a little bit on your stats from last year, and it looks like, of course, you did it on both sides. You hit the ball well, plus you pitched really, really good. Or are they as far as the pitching aspect part of the game? Do you like it better than just striking the person out or just knocking a big home run?
I'm not a real big home run hitter, but I do like striking a lot of people out, so I'll have to go with the strikeout, especially in like a big game, big atmosphere.
And of course, you've been at the school you are. You do play a lot of big name teams, and just again, I know it's early on, and I actually took a team to practice there, a scrimmage the other day. Have you had scrimmages yet, or had a scrimmage yet?
Yeah, we actually had a tough scrimmage yesterday against a really good Bull County team. We came out with a win, but they're a really advanced team, and they're going to be a really good team through their region.
Well, I know it's early on in the season, but what's the thoughts of your team at this? Of course, it's early on; it's hard to get a grasp on it. But what's your thoughts? Are there any differences from this year from last year? Does it feel the same? Does it feel different?
I think we know what we can do this year. We have a really big senior class, like bigger than usual, and that experience helps us a lot.
Absolutely. Ryan and Edward?
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking a look at your schedule. I mean, because I've got it on my tablet finally tonight. I know y'all play a lot of good teams. And going back to that Bull County game, you actually play them in the regular season on April the 12th. I might make that trip to Danville. I don't know yet. This depends on weather. But looking at the schedule, what do you think about it?
I think we can have a very successful year. We have some games that we'll really have to buckle down and play. We're in one of the toughest districts in the state with Whitley and Corbin. And I think if we buckle down and execute our weekly plan, we'll be great.
And then this is what I like to ask this to all of our athletes that we bring on. What's your favorite restaurant to eat at in London?
I'm a big Koi Express fan. I like that a lot.
And then this is my last one here. What's one game this season that you just can't wait to play?
I'm really excited to play Corbin this year.
Well, Waylon, are you a big soy sauce guy? Do you like drowned everything in soy sauce, or do you
I'm
eat
not
the
a big
stuff?
soy sauce guy, but I really like my yum yum sauce.
That's
I
what
forgot about the yum.
that's what I like. I love
Yeah,
yum yum sauce.
everybody like
Yeah.
yum sauce.
But Edward,
So I'm actually looking at your schedule also, like Ryan was talking about. Looks like you open up right out the gate against a solid Harlan team.
Yep.
So just give me your thoughts on, starting out right out the gate with a very tough opponent.
Yeah, March 18th we go to Harlan. That's going to be a tough one. On the road, first game of the season. They have a couple really good players. I know a couple of them, and yeah, we're gonna have to buckle down there between the lines and get it done.
Absolutely. And as I'm actually looking through it, it looks like you play at the Cal Ripken's Experience. You've got the Madison Central Tomahawk Classic, and then the John Hooker Memorial Classic. So you're playing in several type of classics, playing against a few teams that you probably normally wouldn't see throughout the season. So tell me, like playing teams like that, how's that going to actually help you and benefit your team when it comes time to playing in your district?
Yeah, we go to the Cal Ripken. We play like Ashland, some good teams from out of state teams, and then John Hooker. We play like Somerset, and then Central always has a good line in between the lines. So, I mean, just getting through the mental state of that and getting through the hard places during the game, that'll make us mentally tough for the postseason play.
Absolutely. And, like Ryan said, Coach Smith and, your team, y'all ain't shying away from playing anybody this season.
Yeah,
Anybody that wants to play him.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
we're really going at anybody we can.
So, I even look like you play a team from out of Ohio. You're playing teams all across the state of Kentucky. That's a top-notch caliber schedule. And then you was also talking about you have like quite a few seniors on your team this year. So how do you think that's going to help with you all being able to coach up the underclassmen coming up behind you?
Yeah, our senior class is really big this year. We have some really advanced guys, and the experience in our 9 this year will really, and the leadership we have will show the younger guys, because we have a really good younger group too coming up after they leave. So them watching us every day is really going to help them.
Absolutely. Before I get you back over to Mark, I was hearing you talking about the Corbin game. So I've got to cover a few South Corbin baseball games, basketball games, stuff like that. So what's it like as a student athlete playing in that game with that type of environment?
It's in a close game. It's awesome, and it's always. Last year we had a close game with them, and it's always been either. I mean, they are always really good. They always come out with a really good 9, and the atmosphere, just friends, family, everybody in the stands rooting for you, rooting for somebody else, and everybody screaming. It's just great.
So, well, I do got to ask you. Back when I played, if we wasn't friends on the field, we wasn't friends on the court. We didn't like you after the game. So, how does that work? Being like during the game, it's just straight up, I'm gonna beat you no matter what. After the game, we're gonna go out and have pizza and a coffee.
Yeah, I mean, I know some players from each and every team in the region. I'm close with a lot of them. I know a lot of buddies from North and Corbin and Harlan. And, I mean, we know when we step in between the lines, the team's got to get the job done, and after we can do whatever we need to do.
Absolutely. But, Mark?
Of course, you being a junior, I'm not making you out of an old guy yet, but you're getting there. But you've been there and done it a little bit. But what have you did this off season to better prepare yourself for baseball?
We've really gotten to the weights. Like our whole team, we got into the weights, and we got a better meal plan and stuff like that. Made sure we're getting stronger for the season.
And gotta ask you another thing. We know how good of an athlete you are. Are there any other sports that you play?
Yeah, I actually went back to football this season, and that's my first high school football. I played I played football throughout middle school, but when I got to high school, I quit. But I went back my junior season.
Well, you definitely was really really good this year. Definitely come on strong at the end of the season for sure. And I actually loved the football team up there. But just is baseball what you're solely locked in on right now, or would they be other options for you at the next level, maybe football or something like that?
It's mainly baseball. I've always been locked in on baseball, and that's what I've wanted to proceed with.
Well, I know for fact, I think maybe Ryan or Edward. Well, one other is going to ask you if you mind to do a little vote for us. We're having like a bracket challenge of our favorite restaurants, and Ryan, are we in the second round finally?
Tonight we're in the first round.
With the end of the first round. So we're at the end of the first round. So I'm sure they're going to ask you to see if we can get your vote in on that. And then I think Edwards made a few little things up for you. But again, just keep on keeping on the stuff that I've looked at on you today. You're a warrior out there. And if you keep getting better and better, these offers are going to start flying into you very, very quickly. And they were to explain to you any kind of achievements you have this year, reach out to us. Let's put you out there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask you the graphics because I did not, or the matchups because I did not make the graphics today. But I'll ask you, and you can tell me who you want.
Waylon, he was slacking on us, so Ryan takes his spell.
I've been busy today.
It's okay.
But our first matchup is number 6 Zaxby's versus number 11 Mr. Gaddy's.
Zaxby's.
Next one is number 3 Buffalo Wild Wings versus number 14 Rallies.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
And the next one is number 7 Cracker Barrel versus number 10 Domino's.
Gonna have to go Cracker Barrel.
Oh yeah.
And then number 2 El Dorados versus number 15 Popeyes.
El Dorados.
But Edward,
they might be some running clock scores on them right there.
All right, so, Waylon, we do tend to put together a few graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show, and this is kind of our way of saying thank you for taking your time, and we will get them out to you, and they also will be posted on every one of our social media sites. And the first two I'm going to show you is just on those two, kind of tell me which one you like the most. And the third one I'm going to show you is just one that I'm trying to figure out if I should continue running or if I should just stop running with it.
Okay. Yeah, I really like that.
So out of the first two, which one do you like the most?
The first one.
See, Mark, nothing wrong with the OG.
I quit bribing a long time ago.
he always tries to bribe on the second one.
And this is the new one that I'm just kind of figuring out if I should replace like the second one with it or if I should just run with all three of them or just stop it altogether.
I like that one more than the second one, too. I really like that.
Well, so it sounded a little more like me that I think I need to just continue with that one and probably drop the second.
Yeah, I think.
Or just run with all three of them.
I like all three of them, but the first one and the last one is my favorite.
Absolutely. But, I personally want to thank you for taking the time to come on. And I've been scrolling through your schedule, and I've actually found several games that I believe I'm gonna have a chance to make it out there to get the coverings. And just like what Mark was saying, if there's any type of milestones you hit, anything that that I can do to help try to promote you and help you be able to reach that next level, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'll do everything I can to try to help you get out there.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you again for coming on, Waylon.
Thank you.
And
I think everybody's liking that third one.
yeah, I think we need to scrap the. I don't know if we posted this or not, but
No, I did not yet.
Heather said, I forgot to say congratulations to the North Laurel Jags on being region champs. And just we know Heather, she's all about the student athlete. And it was a, I know, Ryan. Normally it's me. Normally it's me that you have to shake your head moment on. Now it's like, but the one thing about sports is you feel so good for one team that you feel so bad for the other team. And all these teams, they put in the same amount of work. They're working just as hard. But that's the cruel thing on sports. You're gonna have somebody's going home happy and somebody ain't going home as happy. But shout out to all of our teams that got to the region, and all of them played their guts out. And it was a fun tournament to cover. And Waylon, that was a good interview with Waylon, and that guy's a player. All they have to do is go look at his stats from last year. Absolutely striking people out, doing it. What in the world? We got stuff happening everywhere.
Edward messing with the screen.
Mark's got some glitches going on in his computer.
But before we bring our next guest on, which I'm really excited about bringing on, let's give a shout out to again. Again, we of course Heather Martinez and the stuff that she does to us, and she's the ultimate hookup. If you're buying or selling a house, go to her. And also, we can't leave out Bryant Family Medicine. And again, Edward's got the sniffles. He's got the sniffles. It's time for him to go see Mr. Bryant Family Medicine. Today. Yeah, he needs to go get some hookups. And John North has said someone is glitching. John, Edward's got issues here tonight. I don't know what's going on. Maybe too much Red Bull. I don't know. He's Red Bulling it today. John, you might need to have a pep talk with him. After 30 cans of Red Bull a day, you need to call it quits. John, to educate you on that. I'm sure he'll probably say it's probably not healthy to drink 30 cans of Red Bull a day.
Well, I think John was meaning that, Mark, you need to get a new updated computer because you're getting glitches.
Well, I thought he was glitching on you about Red Bull. I like my point of view better, but yeah, we got some of the best sponsors in the world, and again,
and we got.
There you go. Thank you, John. Thank you. Heart health is important. If that thing quits ticking, you're not going to be drinking no more Red Bulls. I guarantee it. You see, John, what I have to deal with here?
I'm drinking lemonade.
Well, see, a Red Bull is the only thing that allows me to be capable of being able to handle Mark on a daily basis. So,
but just as John said, heart health is important, and very, very important. So limit yourself within single digits of Red Bull.
Well, that is only my first one today.
That's your story. But I bet you we're going to bring on somebody that's going to come here and tell us the truth, though. So let's go ahead and bring her on. And hopefully I pronounce her name correctly. If so, hopefully she gets me really, really quick here. It corrects me here. Is it Sadie Bell? Go ahead and pronounce. Help us out here.
Yeah, I was on top too as well.
Yeah.
No,
So
you
they
pronounce Sadie Bell.
Sadie,
Heelan. Yeah,
Sadie Bell Helam.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So can we call you Sadie just so that I don't mess up on it the whole
That's
time?
it's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Sadie, again, thank you for coming on. And we've
Well,
got another guest that's popped on here. I don't know where that's come from here. Are you seeing that, Rod?
Yes, I am.
It, everything is like really, really. Our internet's not working good tonight at all. So, but Sadie, thank you for coming on for
of course.
sure. And thank you, of course, for you sort of stepping out of maybe your comfort zone to a point. We're based out of the 13th region. Of course, you've been from Wayne County. You're probably not as familiar with us. It takes a lot of
Mhm.
bravery for you to step up and say, "Hey, well, I'll go and talk to these guys," and but probably don't know what you're getting yourself into, but do want to thank you for coming on. And I do know a young lady by the name of Allison Messer is
Mhm.
really, really high on you. And she keeps saying that, and you're going to have to explain this one to me. She said that you're like the slap bunt champion of the world. So do you got the little slap bunt thing down?
Um, I actually don't slap. I'm right-handed.
Oh,
Um, I'm not sure. I used to whenever I played with Allie, I did used to bunt, I think a little bit, but um, most
he
of the time,
talked about he talked about your speed quite a bit too.
yeah. Whenever when we went to the World Region together, we did a bunch of like little tests before we went into started playing with the tournament time, and me and a couple of her other teammates did the running around the bases, and I think me and the other teammates got the fastest time. So I think that's probably where she's getting it from.
Well, maybe that's what you said. You would be the bunt champion of the world because nobody's going to throw you out.
Oh,
So, so do you feel like just anytime you can lay one down, even if it's just a single or anything, you're going to get the first? Or you feel like
uh,
you're that quick?
I don't know if I am that quick, but that's the mindset I like to use. I
Well,
always, try
well,
my.
well, well. Allison said that you was like really, really fast, and so I wouldn't race you. I wouldn't race you. Maybe Ryan. Ryan, he's fast as I don't know what. At 20 Red Bulls that Edwards drunk tonight, he's probably pretty fast tonight too. Uh, but Sadie, help us out on this one though. Will you tell Edward drinking 20 Red Bulls a day is not healthy?
Yeah, that's not healthy at all. It's a trip to the heart doctor for sure.
Well, I've only drunk one. It's a 20 ounce is where he's getting 20.
Oh Lord.
Got the first comment. Woohoo, Sadie, love you. So definitely bringing the love for sure. Uh, Yeah, we're based out of the 13th. Don't know a lot about Wayne County, so just if you don't care, tell us a little bit about your school, tell us a little bit about your area, and just tell us a little bit about that team that's pretty good. I believe that's scrimmaging a North Floral team Thursday.
Yeah, first scrimmage is Thursday. I think it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Um, but Wayne County, it's a pretty small community. We're located close to the Tennessee line. Um, our basketball, like our girls basketball, they just had recently lost in region, but their season is really good. I'm really proud of them. Um, as for the rest of the school, I think all the students are very nice. They're all very friendly. I think the community is pretty friendly as a whole. Um, I mean, and with the softball season, all of us girls have been working really hard, and I'm ready for this season. I'm excited. We're playing a bunch of new teams this year, so I'm excited to see how that will go. And I wish the best for us this season and all the other teams that we're going to be playing. So
Sadie, maybe you could help me out on this one. I'm gonna put the pressure on you, okay?
okay.
Uh, uh, We actually had a guest from Wayne County on a few weeks ago. Ryan, they were educate me. And they told me the name of this Mexican restaurant, but this was like the greatest Mexican restaurant I've ever ate in my life. They might have been like a Walmart across from it. It's like a little shopping mall deal. So what's the name of that?
That's El Cazador. Me and my mom actually just recently ate there last week. It's it's pretty. It's one of the main restaurants in Monticello in Wayne County. Most of the community goes and eats there. It's run by like a family business, and they own a lot of the shops in Wayne County. They own like a gym, they own the restaurant, and they own a bunch of other little things in Wayne County, and it's probably my favorite restaurant in Wayne County as well. They own all the other restaurants, so it's really
And
good.
that is like literally, I don't think I've ever ate at a bad Mexican restaurant, but that
Mhm.
one absolutely stands out in front of me. And I was actually covering a football game down there a couple of years ago and popped into that place and didn't want to leave it. I was like, I'm telling you, if any one of you are ever in Monticello, go to this restaurant and you'll never be the same. This is like the greatest Mexican restaurant in the history of the world. Sadie's right. It is. It's really, really good. Uh, Say, we'll talk about food all night. We'll forget all about sports here in a minute. But we're all about food here. But just you talked a little bit about your team, and I think you do travel ball and stuff like that also,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that and how that went. That has been going for you.
Well, we this year we had ended around fall season, but the team that I was with was they were a phenomenal team. I love them very much. They had just broken up though. So I'm currently on the search for new other teams, but with them, I loved it. I loved the atmosphere. It was great. We played all throughout summer and then some fall, and then we were going to play a little bit of winter, but everyone's uh, like got school and everything, so it didn't really work out very well. But I loved all the teammates. They were all very fun, and we won a couple tournaments. I got a couple rings from it, and it was nice. It was a really great experience. So.
So, and this it might be a crazy question to ask you, but with travel ball and again playing for Wayne County, are they? What's the differences in that?
I would say that like when you play during the summer, the weather is a lot harsher because you're playing in like 90-degree weather and it's really hot and you're playing like up to 6 or 7 games a day, depending if you play like a single day tournament or a 2 day tournament. And then with school ball, um, it's more like 6 innings and it's really cold if you depending on the weather. Sometimes you get really cold weather that's in like the 40s, and then sometimes you'll have really great weather and like it's the 60s or 70s. So, but overall, I think the major difference is just the weather, and you got school to balance out with school season and whatnot. But overall, both teams, I would say, as long as you find the right team for yourself and travel, I think you'll do fine. And my teammates on both travel and school are both amazing, and I love them both equally. Don't think I could choose which one was better.
Well, Allison says she misses you, and you're doing amazing.
Oh,
Yeah, and shout out to Allison too. Allison, I know you're listening, but big shout out to you. You know your stuff, and when you bring these athletes to us, they're more than worthy to be on these shows, and they need to be promoted. And I believe you are a sophomore, Sadie. Am I
yes,
right?
yes,
And maybe we could help get you pushed. And get you out there and get some schools start looking at you because you definitely deserve that attention what you're doing and the ability the talent's there and heard nothing but good from you. um I'll let Ryan and Edward talk to you. I'll talk to you for about 3.5 days until you'll need some Red Bull.
Oh,
You don't drink Red Bull, do you?
no, I don't drink caffeine really.
Okay.
But looking at your schedule, I know you talk about you play a lot of teams.
Mhm.
I see you as you play at two of our 13 division schools. I know you play in Mott's backyard at Whitley County there in April,
Mhm.
and then you travel in Mott's or Edward's backyard as well in May. But
Mhm.
how's this schedule going to prepare you for district play?
I think that now that we are like branching out and getting to play all these new schools, I think it's gonna help us with district because for all the seasons I've been playing for the high school these past 3 years, we've always got runner up. So I think by playing these other teams, I think it's gonna better prepare us for what district is gonna be like. So yeah.
And then you kind of, I'm sure your favorite. What's your favorite restaurant to eat at in Monticello? Is it the Mexican restaurant?
Yeah, it's probably the Mexican restaurant.
You answered my question about
That's the only place to eat at. That's the only place. Let's go eat that breakfast, lunch, dinner. Can't ever get tired of that. That place too good.
And then my last question before I get you over to Edward Hill. What's one game on your schedule that you can't wait to play in?
I'd say there's this. I don't exactly remember who we're playing because it's like a little small tournament that we're gonna have during the season, and I think it's a overnight tournament. So we're gonna be going somewhere in Tennessee and spending the night, and we're gonna just play a bunch of these teams. And I'm really excited for bonding with my teammates because this will be the first time we have an overnight stay tournament. So I'm just excited to see what that will bring.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at your schedule, trying to figure it
It's
out.
either
The
I'd
Clinton
say
County
it's
one.
probably the Pickett County because that's the one that has a couple. It looks like it's going to be a few Tennessee teams there.
Mm.
I
Okay.
think it's the one late in April.
Yeah, it's not coming up probably anytime soon. I think it's towards the end of our season.
Okay, yeah, it's probably not updated on my tablet, but Edward.
The April 29th one.
Mm.
I actually got that sent to me from a team from out of Tennessee that they're also playing a team from around. I think it's called Birdstown, Tennessee.
Okay.
There's a few teams there.
Mm.
So no, I'm not real 100% sure if that's the same one you're talking about or not, but I do know they got a couple overnight stays there.
Okay.
But talking about your schedule, like Ryan said, it looks like you do have the East West Classic coming up in April the 5th, and then Ryan said my back door you have the 3-game round robin at Pineville. So just give me your thoughts on playing in a few of these classics where you're going to see teams that you probably normally wouldn't see.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of going in it blindsided. I don't know what much to expect from these teams. But I'm assuming they're very good, and that's why we're playing them because we need to get out there and play a bunch of these good teams to help better us for district and region and whatnot. So, but I mean, I'm not sure what the teams are really going to bring, but I have a feeling that they're going to bring the heat or whatnot.
Absolutely. So it looks like your opening game is Monday, March the 17th, and it looks like you travel to Lincoln County.
Mm.
So you've got a pretty tough game right out the gate, also. So
Yeah.
give me your thoughts on your first matchup of the season.
I think our first match, I think it'll go very well. We have a bunch of new freshmen coming up, so I'm excited to be able to play with them. And I mean, the first season is always probably the most nerve-wracking. So I know we're all gonna be, nervous and jittery, but I think we'll be able to overcome that and play very well together.
Absolutely. So I do got to ask you, when you get up to a plate, are you like Allison spitting out the sunflower seeds and pointing at you're getting ready just to knock it plumb out of the park and don't even
No.
give the pitcher a chance?
No. Allison is definitely more of a she's very confident when she goes into the batter's box. She's very she knows what she's gonna do, and she's a great hitter. She's a very powerful hitter. I don't consider myself a very powerful hitter, but I think I'm quite the opposite. I try and like remain calm because I get very nervous when I get up to bat. So I try my best to remain calm, and I just keep the mindset to get on base, get on base. But Allison, I think she's just such a good hitter that I honestly think she probably just thinks to knock it out the park every time.
Well, I see Allison with a ball bat. I normally run the opposite direction.
So you don't look at none of your pictures and tell you, hey, I'm going on base right here, regardless if you like it or not.
That's the mindset I try and keep, but you know.
But I do just got to get your. I'm sure you've seen your schedule, so I just got to get your overall thoughts about your schedule this season.
I'm excited. I've only been able to look at it once or twice. But the way that my coach talks about our schedule, he's excited for it. He's ready, and you know, with all the new teams and everything, I'm ready. I'm excited for this new season. I'm ready to start playing already. I'm glad that our first scrimmage is really soon. But you know, the schedule seems exciting and new, and it just seems like it's going to be a good season.
So I do got to ask you, does like softball and baseball, does the season seem like it goes by way too quick?
It can. Like during the beginning, it seems really like dragged out and slow, and you're just ready to play. But then once you actually start getting into the season, it's just like rapid fire. It just goes by so quick. And then once you start getting up to district, you get very nervous again. So it seems like everything is just slowed down, and you're just preparing and getting ready for district play.
So I do got one more question before I get you over to Mark. But who would you consider? I'm just going to see if the basketball team's rivals the same as the softballs. So who would you consider as your biggest rival?
Probably Southwestern because we always end up versing them in district during the championship play. It seems to always be that way, and I think Southwestern is probably just the school's biggest rival as it is because we always end up just versing them in a lot of district and region stuff, and maybe even a little bit of Pulaski, but that just might be like my personal opinion because I used to go to Pulaski, and now that I play them, I get, you know, I get very competitive. But I would say as a whole, Southwestern is probably our biggest rival.
I ain't mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's what the basketball team had told me too.
Yeah.
So I've got to see, Wayne County play a few times, but I've not actually got to be to the Southwestern Wayne County game. So kind of give me the atmosphere as an athlete playing in that game.
I mean, the atmosphere is just, you're really hyped. You're ready. You want to win really bad because, you're going against each other, and, you're a lot of the times you're neck and neck, and you're just trying to get the the up and the advantage so that you can win, fighting every inning to get the advantage, to get more runs. But overall, all the girls are up and they're excited, and we're all ready, and we're all just trying our best to play our best. Even if we don't win, we always try and play our best. So
Absolutely. But Mark?
I'm gonna ask you this, and hopefully you're ready for this. Okay. We've been known to throw the hard hitting questions out. So, Ryan, I guess we need to do the hard hitting question to her and see if she can have. So Sadie, do you have the game face on? Are you ready for this question?
I guess so.
Okay, there's two questions I'm gonna ask you, and you've got good hair going on, but between me, Edward, and Ryan, who's got the best hair?
Oh, um, uh, I don't want to be like.
Well, normally I'll give you the answer. Normally everybody says Ryan's got the good hair.
I thought I had pretty good hair.
Because Mark lost his. I'm in the process of losing mine. Ryan's is just keeping it growing. So
Yeah. I would probably say Ryan.
Okay. Ryan always wins that. Okay. And then the two-part question is going to be about your team. Okay.
Okay.
So you could disregard maybe some of your newcomers that you don't know a whole lot about yet because you've not played with them and this and that. And you can't have none of your coaches or parents or anything with you. So your team's in a van. Yeah, they're just traveling. Yeah, they're all together, girls being girls. And the van tears up. Who on your team's going to go and fix that van?
I mean, out of all of us girls, I would probably say, oh, that's really hard. Um, I would probably say my teammate Kylie Kempton or Kristen Hurd would be able to fix it probably the best.
So
So,
they say, give us the sockets, we'll go out there.
yeah. Kylie knows a lot about cars. She knows all the tips and tricks. And Kristen, she just seems like the type of person who would understand cars and trucks and vans.
So Sadie, you wouldn't go out there and try to fix it?
Oh no, I would probably mess it up. I would end up messing it up for sure.
Okay, so they fix the van,
Mhm.
and they need to run out of gas. You go to a gas station. Who's going to pay for the gas?
I'd say maybe Mulaney because she's the most mature and she's the eldest, and she
Yeah.
probably carries money with her.
Well, Edward ain't the oldest. I'm not gonna say who's the oldest of this bunch, but he always has a pocket full of money, but he never pays for the gas. Me and Ryan always has to cough it up. Always him a pocket full of money.
But what they're forgetting is we're normally using my vehicle. So
Oh.
That's his story.
Mm.
Okay, and then the last part of this question, they're all done. You're tired. You go to the teammate's house. You maybe want to do maybe some Netflix and chill or something like that. Who's going to cook dinner that night?
I'd probably have to say Kylie again because she, she does a little bit of everything.
Kylie does it all here.
Yeah, she bakes, she cooks, she sews, she crochets. She does a lot of things. So honestly, she's kind of like the mom of the group. You know, she can do practically anything. Honestly,
So what would you think Kylie would cook for you that night?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past her to cook anything. Probably though, probably something simple like eggs or something she knows she couldn't like screw up or something.
well, listen, ain't nothing wrong with some good old fashioned scrambled eggs and a little bit of
Oh,
ketchup. So I mean,
yeah, toast. Yeah, I could go for some eggs right now. I just can't afford them right now. But yeah, they're like $30 a carton. But Sadie, a great interview, and you get it. It's all If we can help anybody laugh, we did our jobs. So you've got enough on your agenda for us to come here and ask you 1,000 questions, and laughter's the best medicine sometimes, and you get it. But Ryan and Edward, go ahead and finish it off.
well, Sadie, do you care to vote on some restaurant brackets that we have?
Some restaurant recommendations?
Brackets.
We got some brackets. We just want to see if you're willing to vote on them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, instead of a field of 64 NCAA teams, we got our field of 64 restaurants.
Okay.
Let's see. The first one is number 6 Zaxby's versus number 11 Mr. Gaddy's.
I'd pick Zaxby's over Mr. Gaddy's.
Zaxby's going to run away with Mr. Gaddy's, other than Edward. Edward's going to vote Gaddy's.
Everybody will have to wait till the end of the show to see who I vote for. The next one is number 3 Buffalo Wild Wings versus number 14 Rallies.
I love wings and I love buffalo wings, so probably Buffalo Wild Wings.
Rallies had hurt.
Next one is my two favorite restaurants. Number 7 Cracker Barrel Versus number 10, Domino's.
Domino's has really good lava cakes, but Cracker Barrel has the best grits and best breakfast food, so probably Cracker Barrel.
And then
I know I like Sadie for a reason. Cracker Barrel might just win it all. I mean, you can't go wrong with Cracker Barrel. Breakfast, dinner, anything. There ain't nothing bad at Cracker Barrel.
And then the last one here before I get you over to Edward. Number 2, El Dorado's is a Mexican restaurant. Versus number 15, Popeyes.
I don't think, well, I like Mexican restaurants in general, so probably Mexican restaurant.
Edward?
Right, so we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that does come on our show, and we will get them sent over to you, and we've also posted them on all of our social media sites. But the first two I show you, I just kind of want to get your opinion on which one you like the most. And then the third one I'm going to show you, you just kind of give me an idea whether I should keep running with that graphic or I should just stop it.
Okay.
Well, it'll show up.
It's good. I like it. Yeah, I like it. I think I would prefer the other one more.
All right. So here's the third one is the one that's kind of ideal whether you think we should keep running with it.
Well, if you keep it up.
Well, there it is.
Yeah, I like them all, but out of all of them, I think the first one is probably my favorite.
See, Mark, there's nothing wrong with the OG.
So should we retire number 2 and just go with 1 and 3?
Yeah, 1 and 3 probably.
You've heard it here first. It's time to put retirement.
But if there's anything that I can personally do to try to help you,
right.
You reach any type of milestones or anything like that, please feel free to reach out to me or have a parent, friend, whoever reach out to me. That way I can do my absolute best to try to help promote you and get you to that next level.
Of course. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sadie, you killed it tonight. Great interview. And hopefully we get to go and cover you really, really soon. You've been an enjoyment to interview tonight. And like I said, you get it. You come on here. You've laughed with us. You understand it. And just you keep on keeping on. What you're doing something very special. And trust me, the work that you're putting in has not been unnoticed. You keep working, and schools are going to start calling very, very shortly.
Oh, thank you so much.
But thank you for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me.
2 really, really good interviews. Shout out to Allison for hooking us up with these guests. Allison's going to give us a big "I told you so." But, Waylon and Sadie both really, really good at what they're doing right now. And it's going to be a pleasure just seeing what the next levels are for them because both of them are definitely going to different schools. And just absolutely just enjoyed the and thank you for allowing us to have her and we're appreciative of any guests that we get on this show. They got this thing called School and Life, and anytime they're good enough to give us their time, we do our very best to try to, I guess, help them laugh a little bit because I think still laughter is the best medicine than anything. But I don't know where Edwards went. I was wanting to touch up a little bit about this 13th region tournament. Before we start saying our final goodbyes, we're a little bit over time here, but Ryan, no, we still got the boys championship, North and South. But overall, just what's your thoughts?
I mean, my thoughts. I couldn't be more of this excitement inside that arena, seeing the crowds and the people coming out and supporting the teams. I mean, been good crowds every night. I suspect tomorrow night to be no symbol. Being North-South rivalry, I say that gym will be rocking Monday night about 7 o'clock. And then thank you for everybody just for what y'all did all basketball season. And then I'm going to do a shout out. A shout out to all 1,000 members on both our boys basketball pages and our girls basketball pages for reaching a milestone this season. We did 3/4 of it last season. We finished it off this season. But help us is to keep on growing. And then I'm going to do my inspirational. Before I do my inspirational quote, y'all, I almost forgot about them. We got to vote.
Well, before we vote, Edward, thoughts of the tournament, and then we'll do the.
Well,
At least we won't vote right now. It doesn't matter to me.
well, my thoughts on the tournament is, it's been a very good tournament. You know, I've loved being up there, being able to cover, and it was hosted by Bell County, so they've done an extremely great job hosting the tournament this season. And you got South, North. I think it's tomorrow at 7, I believe, if I'm not wrong on the time. And if you want a parking spot there to be able to watch that game, I advise y'all be there around about 4:30 because that place is going to be packed. And then congratulations to North Laurel girls for just winning, the 13th region championship, and now they have solidified their spot heading on to Rupp Arena. And then I actually want to give a little bit of shout out to a team that accomplished something that they hadn't done in 18 years, which is Pineville. The Pineville Mountain Lions, they did win the district championship, the All A championship, made it to the semifinals, and come up with a close loss to a very, very good South Laurel Cardinal team that has the capability of winning it all. I mean, South, if I'm not mistaken, they've got one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the state of Kentucky. So they're going to be a tough out for anybody. But I'm going to leave you on that note, and then we'll do our voting.
My quick thoughts. Yeah, I know we're a little bit over time here. Is I want to harp on what you're saying. Pavel won the hearts of a lot of people in that arena, and small town is one of the perfect David versus Goliath deals where the small schools stood up, and a big shout out to them and Coach Levy and all of them and what that they did there. Great staff, Coach Shack and Robert and all them down there. And I'm sure I'm probably missing out a couple there, but if I am, ever fill me in real quick. But these guys they know their stuff. They had a bunch of boys that wanted to win, and again, losing the South on that stage is nothing for you to hang your head about, especially for what you've accomplished. The stuff that Edward told us, what you had accomplished. It was David versus Goliath. But I want to talk about all the teams and just every team. And that's the sad part about sports is, you felt so good for North Laurel to three-peat, and what they're doing. They're making history right in front of our eyes also. And again, you felt so good for the North Laurel Lady Jack. Then you looked on the other side of the court. You felt so bad for South Laurel. All these teams
Well,
put
I
together.
mean, to piggyback what you said, you felt bad for South, but you also felt bad for the Corbins, the
Yeah,
Pinevilles, the Knox Centrals, because you want to see every one of them win and none of them lose.
yeah, every one of them because they all put the same amount of work into it. And one team's going home happy, the other team's not going home as happy. And but guess what? When you uh go home not happy, your season starts the next day. And that's the mentality you've got to make of it. And just it's been a great tournament. Again, hanging out with you guys has made it very special to me. And just getting to see good friends on press row and just good food. And again, a big shout out to Bell County for hosting it and all the work that they put in on it, and just all the stuff that they did for us. A big shout out. Just a great all around tournament. But now, Ryan, we're ready to do the vote. We're ready to do the vote.
All right. First one is going to be number 6, Zaxby's versus number 11, Mr. Gaddy's.
I'm going
Mr.
Zaxby's.
Gaddy's.
And I picked Mr. Gaddy's as well. I'm sorry, Mark. I had
Yeah,
to.
Mr. Gaddy's.
Zaxby's really, really close to the greatest spot in the world to eat, but we'll take it from there.
Next one is number 3, Buffalo Wild Wings versus number 14, Rallies.
I'm gonna go Rallies. I'm not much of the Buffalo stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Rallies too.
I like a good Rallies burger.
I picked Buffalo Wild Wings. I had to. I really don't like Rallies. And then the next one is number 7, Cracker Barrel, and number 10, Domino's.
Cracker Barrel
Domino's.
twice on Sunday. Cracker Barrel 3 times on Sunday.
And then the last one.
Ryan, you didn't give us your vote on that one.
Oh, Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
It's not obvious for me. Then the last one here, and then we get it back over to you. Number 2, El Dorados versus number 15, Popeyes.
El
Popeyes.
Dorado.
I'm sorry, but I don't like Popeyes. I cannot eat it.
Yeah, I don't like the Cajun stuff. It burns. my
You
tongue.
all just ain't ate there.
Yes, I have. I got hit the last time, and I won't eat it again.
It's too
Yeah,
spicy.
you just got a bad batch that they got from the Mexican restaurant next door.
But Mark, it's yours. But we will have the totals for all of the polls and everything tomorrow evening.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it to the championship game tomorrow night in the boys, but I want to absolutely wish North and South both the best of luck, and whoever comes out of that battle royal, we're pulling for you. Got one other thing to do after tomorrow night: go win state, and a team that don't go home happy tomorrow night, season starts the next following day. And just again, it's like Edward says, if you don't show up there at 4:30, you're not going to get a parking spot. So you better get up there early, because I'm telling you, Laura County will bring it. But that being said, Ryan or Edward, either one of you can do your final thoughts or
I
inspirational
want to say
stuff.
my final thoughts is going to be sweet. Good luck to both teams tomorrow, and go get it.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna leave you with this. There may be people that have more talent than you, but there is no excuse for anyone to work harder than you do. Derek Jeter.
I like Derek Jeter.
My goat for baseball.
Yeah, it's hard to go wrong with Mr. Jeter. And it's baseball time too, so we need to start getting some baseball quotes. But I want to leave you all with this. Some people want it to happen. Some wish it would happen. Others make it happen. The GOAT, MJ, without question. No argument. From all of us at the Bryant Family Medicine, all sports media.
There's a huge argument.
Good night. And God bless.